Hola, Aries. What's going on? And welcome other members of the EDC family who are not Aries sun sign or moon or rising. Even if you're just checking in or coming to chill during the live, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Aries mid-March. We do these mid-month focus just to find out, where it will be most beneficial for us to focus our time, energy, and attention from the mid through to the end of the month. And this is your mid March 2019 reading, Aries. So let's see what we have going on. Aries mid March, 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 Aries mid March. The King of Swords, King of Staffs. And I'm sorry, the King of Swords, Ace of Staffs, and the Ace of Swords. Okay. These are some pretty significant cards. But when this one came out right here, the first thing I heard was manipulation. I hope that's not what's going on. But I do feel like if you were in any form, shape, or fashion manipulating anyone, I feel like this is like a turn in a new direction and you kind of coming forth. If not you, then the other party. Any manipulation that I'm feeling here, I feel like there's going to be like a turn of a direction or a turn away from that and into, a place of being more so upright. And I feel like it has to do with more it was like a self-esteem issue. I really feel like wherever the manipulation was coming from, wherever it was where maybe you were just kind of saying things to get your way or to move a situation along the way you wanted it to move along. Manipulation doesn't always mean that you just being just a super bad person. Manipulation can fall under a number of ways. People pleasers are manipulators. People who do everything to please a person, that's manipulation, because you feel like you have to do something that you normally wouldn't do to make a person stick around or to make a person want to stay around you. That's manipulating them to stay around you. So again, manipulation doesn't always have to fall under like being conniving or being like a liar. Manipulation can it can run the gamut of ways that it manifests itself. But I do feel like with the King of Swords, like maybe things just weren't on the up and up. Like everything wasn't explained clearly, or everybody wasn't being completely upright, wasn't telling of their best self. It was more like trying to think ahead of the other person. So I feel like Aries with this energy, yeah, I feel like you were maybe doing things or saying things trying to think ahead of what the other person was thinking or doing. There's a very much so competitive energy, like you were thinking in a way of, okay, it's like, well, I know this person is going to try to do blase blase to me, so let me do this, that, and the other so that I can combat that. I feel like it was very combative thinking, more so than being on a team. But I feel like that is changing here. I feel like that energy is switching up, and that's going to benefit you in mid-March, to kind of switch up that energy and not so much think of how you can get over on another person before they get over on you, but more so of, okay, I value myself and I trust myself enough to know that I'm not going to let nobody get over on me. So there's no need for me to be combative in my thinking. You can just kind of come forth with your truth. I feel like there could be some like relocation energy here too. Maybe somebody moving to a new, place, new house, new state, new job, hell, new relationship. There's just some movement energy, new directions, a new way of being, a new way of thinking, a new way of conducting yourself. Let's see with the Empress. Yeah, the King of Swords is now tempered by that Empress energy. You know what it is that you want. You know what it is, the energy that you put out. So you don't really need to try to think ahead of anyone. It's more so of, okay, I know what I want. I know what I like. I know what energy I'm putting forth. I know what kind of thoughts I'm fostering inside of my head. I don't have to go out and be combative about it. I can just stand here. I can just sit here with this stance, with this energy, with this clarity of mind, and I know everything's gonna be good. The 8 of Cups with the 8 of Cups with the Ace of Staffs. Jesus Christ. And then we have the 6 of Cups with the Ace of Swords. I wasn't saying Jesus Christ to y'all, I was saying it for myself. It's like I've been having like major brain farts. Like I'll be looking dead at something and I'll say something else. It's so weird. But yeah, with the Ace of Staffs here, that new direction type of energy, you are walking away from something. I feel like walking away from that need to kind of combat people, walking away from that need to try to think ahead of people, think ahead of a situation. With the 6 of Cups, I feel like you just are going to be like, it's more of an innocent energy, the way you come at people or the way you deal with people. The environment that you're going into, you may not feel the need to have to be so combative. You may feel more at peace. You may feel more it's more like a childlike energy, like a childlike innocence. Either you're moving into an environment or a situation or a relationship where you don't have to be combative like that, or you are just changing that within yourself. Something is happening, you have that catalyst for change where you just kind of put down your swords, you know. You kind of can just put them down, or you have such a clarity of mind that you only pick up your sword when it's absolutely necessary, and the rest of the time is just like, okay, I'm at peace within myself, I have serenity within myself. I don't look at people and think how they may be trying to challenge me, so I'm going to defeat them first. It's just like I look at people like with a certain type of love and a certain type of forgiveness and patience, that I'm able to just see things clearly. I don't see things as like a war anymore. Hmm. I'm just talking about seeing, and we got this big ass eyeball looking at you. It says, I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. Look at that. Oh, I just amazed myself. Such a divine channel for these energies. So basically, everything I'm just saying is like you see the situation differently. You know, it's a self esteem type thing, like you've battled your shadow side, or that's what you're going to be battling from mid-March through to the end, where you don't feel like you have to be manipulative, or you don't feel like you have to fight. That comes from, things that you've been taught over time. But when you do that inner work, you don't have to be like that anymore. And like it says here, you can see someone for the first time with eyes of love. That's that childlike energy, that childlike innocence. Or you can just come forth and be sweet. You can allow yourself the energy to be sweet. The Empress is very good at that. She's very good at just being really sweet, being really lenient, very patient, very loving, because she understands that she's covered, she's protected, that the universe is conspiring on her behalf, and she doesn't have to fight. She doesn't have to, be combative at all. It's like I nurture this energy that's within me, that is loving, that is caring, that is peaceful, that is abundant, that is prosperous. I feel no lack. I see no lack. And when you master that energy, you naturally give off like this childlike innocence energy, or this sweet love to other people, because you don't really have anything that you have to worry about anymore. So that defeats the need to feel combative. So here in March, you have the opportunity to let go of whatever it was where you felt like you needed to think ahead of another person, or you felt challenged when there was really nothing triggering or challenging you. It was kind of all in the mind here. And that's that Mercury energy. I feel like all of these readings are going to have something to do with, mind over matter or mentality. But you have 2 cards here with the mind with the swords, the King of Swords, and then you have the Ace of Swords. So you have the ability to go from somebody who felt like you needed to control everything to somebody who knows that no matter what happens, you have clarity of mind. So you'll pierce the situation and make things move in your favor. And a lot of that will have to do with you just letting go of the need to combat a situation, letting go of the need to fight something, and just embodying that sweet energy of love, and seeing people through the eyes of love, and not as people who are trying to do something to you or take something from you. Okay, so that is where you would benefit by focusing your energy in mid-March through to the end of March and on into April, Aries. Okay, thank you for watching. I will go ahead and do the Virgo reading. I'll be back in a minute, y'all.